To me, single mothers are not victims. We need to stop victimizing bad behavior. Single mothers are the direct result of irresponsible sexual behavior. They want to sleep around and hook up situations out of committed relationships, out of wedlock, and have these children irresponsibly, and then they think that the man that they hooked up with needs to step up and be a father and be financially responsible for her and the child. So while I have a few minutes, I want to get a video up today. A little incident just happened in the grocery store that I was at. An incident that happens all the time. And that's me witnessing a mother treating her child like crap. It's more common with single mothers, I find. This particular incident just happened 5 minutes ago. I just got in my car at the grocery store. I was in there to get something to cook, and I'm standing in line at a single mother in front of me. She's on the phone with a boyfriend, being loud and vulgar, not even watching her, I would say, 2-year-old son in the basket. One thing that does bother me is the fact that, like in the 90s, when I was a teenager, the transgender thing wasn't, it was very rare to see someone that was transgender walking around, and I liked it like that. Nowadays, I'm seeing them everywhere, and I find it's being pushed in my face a lot, and for me to accept it, and I don't think that's right. I should not have to accept it. My son just made 3, so they look to be about the same age. So he's about 2 years old, very small, but 2 years old. He was dirty. He had no shoes on. He had no shirt on, just, a little pull-up, and it looked dirty. And he had, crust and juice stains all over his face. I could just tell his mother doesn't groom him or, doesn't even wipe him up to take him out in public. It's really sad, y'all. But she had on a Gucci bag. Her nails were done. Her toenails were professionally done. Her hair was done. She looked nice, Real expensive clothes, name brand, nice jewelry. So, then, tell me if y'all notice this. This video kept popping up in my feed of recommended videos, and it would not go away. It was a documentary on YouTube Red. It was a trailer that kept popping up on the top of my feed, and it was called Gigi's Gorgeous documentary. And on the cover is this blonde-headed looking bimbo with, you know, big silicone boobs with like a see-through bathing suit top on. And immediately by looking at the face, I could tell it was either a woman that had a shitload of plastic surgery or it was a man at one point. So I got tired of seeing it. So I click on it and thinking that if I watch it, it would go away and it wouldn't keep popping up. And I watched it and I'm like, holy crap, this is a documentary that YouTube keeps on trying to get me to watch about a transgender woman's journey to being transgender. He started out as a little blonde-headed little boy, and now he's Gigi's Gorgeous, and he's one of the most famous makeup gurus on YouTube. One of the most famous female makeup gurus on YouTube right now. His name's Gigi's Gorgeous. But anyway, she's running her mouth, the little boy's pointing at the balloons, and he said, "Mama, I want a balloon." And she turns around and puts the phone down and tells him, and I kid you all not, and I will quote, "Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up." Like that, okay? And y'all, that just broke my heart. Like I said, if I could be king for a day, whenever I see something like this happen, I would grab a bat or the closest object and I would bat that bitch over the head and knock her in the next week. And they all millions of them, and they all commenting under his video, "You're so beautiful. I wish I could look like you. You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. I wish my lips were big like yours. My lips are not full enough. I wish I had your breast. Oh my God, your stomach is smoking hot," and all of this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a freaking man. How can they sit there and watch this man cake on all of this makeup? Of course he has to wear that much damn makeup. He's a man, you know? He's got to cake on the makeup like that. He's got to wear fake lashes and fake this and that. And he's got these, I don't think he just got his lips injected like a lot of females are doing, which is bad enough. I think he had like an implant in his lips, because his lips are like this, like Shanae, y'all remember Shanae gonna rock your world? That's what he looks like. Every time I see him, I think of Shanae. But that's what he looks like a duck face. He's just like that. And I don't know why, he thinks that shit's attractive. And then all these dumbass, idiotic Western women are on there like, "I wish my lips looked like yours. Oh my God, I'm so jealous." It's ridiculous. That shit don't look good. That shit looks so unnatural. He looks like a damn cartoon character. It's ridiculous. But anyway, all of these women, this is who women idolize. This is who Western women want to be like. They want to be like these fake plastic, man trainees. He looks like a damn cartoon character. It's ridiculous. But anyway, all of these women, this is who women idolize. This is who Western women want to be like. They want to be like these fake plastic, man trainees, or they want to be, like these celebrity women that had a bunch of surgery, like the Kardashians. That's who these women idolize. It's so freaking sad and disgusting. Now, I was expecting to read the comments and people are not agreeing with what he's doing, but they love Gigi's Gorgeous, like, love him. And if you look through the videos he has to offer, it's just freaking trash. And of course, one of his videos is how much he loves Hillary Clinton and why you should vote for Hillary Clinton. There's no surprise there. I already knew that he was a liberal, because only a liberal lunatic would walk around looking like that and acting like that. And let me just say this. Another thing I notice about these transgender women, which is these boys that decide that they want to be girls, how come every time they start being a girl or a woman, they act like a slut? I have many female acquaintances, but I do not consider them real friends. And I really don't hang out with males. I don't have male friends.
We're glad you called Trevor Lifeline. If this is a life-threatening emergency, please dial 911. This call may be recorded to improve our services. Trevor Lifeline, this is Gordon. What's going on? Yeah, when you're ready, let's go into it. What's been going on?
Yeah, okay. So I guess first off, it's important to mention that I became a single mother due to sexual assault and domestic violence. And I wouldn't say that I'm exactly in a situation like that right now. I would say it's kind of, I've been in and out of that. Like the guy, sometimes he keeps bothering me. I keep trying to get rid of him. That's not really, the main topic I wanted to focus on today, but just kind of other stuff surrounding that. But anyway, I would say what makes these types of things difficult for me is that I sometimes see like these sort of cyberbully-ish types of videos and other media content online that bashes people in my situation, basically victim shaming them. Yes, instead of calling out the abusers. And I'll just come, and yeah, this is why I told you it's going to probably take a long time to describe, but I'll try to be as brief as I can. But yeah, but to just kind of give an example of one situation, there's this one particular woman, on the internet. Yeah, I mean, that's what she was doing. Like, she seems like a little bit haughty because she claims, that she's in a, supposedly happy, healthy marriage. And she was pretty much on the internet, or she posted a video bashing single mothers and stereotyping all of them, saying that they're all terrible people, and blaming them in cases in which, the father abused them in some way. And yeah, like I said, I mean, yeah, that's highly offensive to me because, like I said, I was raped. That's how it happened for me. And, in other cases, as I'm sure you know, it happens because like the fathers like abuse the women, and then for like the mother's safety and for the child's safety, obviously they need to leave. And yeah, but what was really hypocritical on her part, and it's really weird, it's almost comical in a way, because she actually filmed herself endangering one of her own children while distracted driving on a freeway with her child in the rear seat. And she was bashing the LGBT community as well. That's one of the reasons I called her, because that's another part of her content that was upsetting to me. I'm not LGBT myself, like I said, but I've had loved ones who are. And that's another part of this that's really, yeah, just really upsetting to me. And I don't know why this content, you see what I mean? I don't know why this sort of thing is allowed, or why. And another thing about this is that, and yeah, it looks like, I mean, yeah, a man who claimed that, he is her husband, like he's like appeared like in the comment section of her videos, apparently like defending her behavior or condoning it and not calling her out on any of the, you know, the hateful, terrible things that she posts. And that's another part of this that disturbs me. I mean, I wonder how healthy and happy of a marriage this supposedly is. You know, I mean, like if he seems to rationalize, you know, what his, you know, supposed wife does, or if he seems to be okay with it, you know, with their children, like not only, yeah, like with their own children, not only being endangered in that way, but, you know, her being a terrible influence on them also. But so, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I know that was a lot, that's a little lot to unpack, but I hope that explains it well enough. Or do you kind of get the idea? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. No need to apologize.
Okay.
I'm totally with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why these videos would feel really offensive because, you know, she's calling out people who are in your situation and making pretty harsh judgments about people who are in your situation, while at the same time kind of doing hypocritical things in her own videos and putting her kids in unsafe situations without really knowing, you know, like you said, single mothers, like there's such a broad range of reasons for how that situation happens.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't know the facts, but like usually it's not, you know, the desire of that person to be a single mother.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's rarely a choice, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, but believe it or not, and I kid you not, I mean, she does post those types of, those types of like really immature, childish things on her channel. And, yeah, like I believe that actually the literal title of one of her videos is "Single Mothers Are Not Victims." I could not believe the things that I was, you know, just hearing her saying on that video. I mean, she was saying that single mothers are irresponsible, they're promiscuous, and basically she was making the single mothers the abusers and the actual abusers the victims. And I couldn't believe it. Like she was saying, oh, and then she expects, or these ladies expect, you know, the fathers to be responsible and to take care of or something along, you know, those lines. I was like, oh my God, really? Seriously? I mean, even in cases in which the father like literally abused the mother or sexually assaulted or raped the mother and the kids, and I mean, you know, and they should not be held accountable for that? Really? I mean, I really don't get it. Like, you know, I mean, of course, you know, I'm not really interested in like following these people or focusing on them. I mean, I hope to kind of move on from this in a healthy way and not just look at, you know, their toxic, you know, content too much. But I mean, just to kind of hopefully find a way to end this call on a positive note, I guess, you know, as far as going forward, like what's a healthy way do you think that I can kind of counter, you know, all that type of bullying? Or, I mean, you know, not only against, you know, people who, you know, had survived, you know, domestic abuse sort of relationships, or, but I mean, and by the way, I do know that LGBT, you know, individuals also, you know, suffer from, you know, domestic abuse as well. So, you know, I'm including that.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know the situation of single mothers personally, and like how could she pass a judgment on them? But as far as like going forward, kind of next steps for you,
right.
I think I'm curious for you, what things have felt empowering to your situation?
Well, I mean, one thing I've done so far that actually seems very helpful to me, and, I've posted blogs, like kind of countering this type of content and, just telling, the people who are survivors of domestic abuse and sexual assault, look, it's not your fault. You don't have to let these people get to you. They're ignorant, they're immature, they're probably abusers themselves. And, and kind of putting that message out there, I would say, yes, definitely. It's very empowering to me. I just feel a certain sort of empowerment in, just trying to defend the people that she is attacking, because that's empowering to me, as a survivor myself. And sometimes, like, what I do is just for fair use purposes, if I decide to include some of her content in the video, that's another thing that, I mean, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really watch too many of her things. I don't really engage. But if I see something, in which I guess she's victim shaming somebody, then yeah, I just include, that content in the video. And then, I tell, my viewers, don't listen to this. This is not true. It's not your fault. It's your abuser's fault. There's no excuse for abuse, and that's pretty much it. I don't watch her content to get entertained or anything like that, or because I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supporting it at all. So that's, that's the only reason.
So mostly just to respond to it.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's just like I said, I get more, of the abusers or her fellow abusers, kind of trolling in the comment section and saying, oh, well, you just don't want to take responsibility. And, you chose that person, so it's your fault. You deserve it, whatever. I mean, like I said, I ignore those people, but occasionally, once in a blue moon, I get somebody in the comment section saying something like, yeah, keep exposing her, and yeah, thank you for sharing that. And yeah, so it's worth it in a way when I know I helped somebody, even if it's just one, one person. that feels, very empowering to me. That's how I cope with life.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I had one acquaintance tell me the other day her daughter's the same age as my daughter. Oh, my daughter can name every rapper, every female rapper today. I'm like, great, I hope that gets her somewhere. My daughter could read books this big, Naming all these rappers ain't going to get your daughter anywhere. It's just really sad that parents are acting like this. She's a single mother, So it's no wonder she's saying things like that.